Hey guys, and welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 on Dusty Cove. I said I wasn't going to do any first look, well, not necessarily first looks, but mod reviews on the maps. But it got brought to my attention about this. And honestly, when a guy goes ahead and does this, it means a lot. It really does. And I was looking around the map, and my goodness, it's an amazing map. So, we're here. I did something else I said I wouldn't do. We've got seasons again. So, we'll put everything back down. If it's going to cooperate here. There we go. And put our HUD back on. So we're back with seasons. I want to try this map with seasons. It was meant for seasons. You don't have to have seasons. But we've got seasons. So, for the most part, we have pretty much got all of the equipment that I'm going to be wanting to start with. As you guys can see, I was putting some money in to swap some stuff out. Stuff will go and come back and disappear and all of that good stuff when I feel the need is right to swap it out. I must admit, he does give you some amazing starter equipment. He really does. It was a pleasant shock. And it's typical UK. This is a fantasy sort of map, but it's based in the UK. Because it's raining. So here is our lineup that we've got to take back to the yard. At some point, I'm in no rush to do it today. The major one that we will take back is this snowblower that is on the front here. Yes. This technically is the Pottinger Universal Loader. Take it for what you will, it makes an amazing snowblower. A few tweaks that need to be made to it. This is publicly available, I think. I'll need to get the link off of Rainbow Dave, because I know that you guys would be wanting it after seeing it at some point on Thornton or whatever, because this is, yeah, pretty damn cool, to be honest. So, I will try and get you the link for that, guys, at some point. I really need to work on my mod spreadsheet, but at the same time, I've got bigger fish to fry right now, and stuff to worry about more than doing that, to be quite honest. So we'll take this back. The reason I'm using the John Deere subsoiler here is, as Seasons does, Seasons will basically nuke any crop that was in the field already planted by the map creator, because you start off in spring. Spring, if you're quick about it, you can get crop in the ground. So we need to plow. We could cultivate technically, but I'm going to plow and get crop in the ground. So here's the minimap for any of you wondering. I'm not even going to do a first look on this one. I'm just going to play, to be honest. So you start off with field 40, 42, 10 and 11 going way the opposite side of the map. Field 16, field 23, field 30 as normal crop fields. So you start off with quite a few. Now we are going to be using the Case combine from the mod competition. That has been tweaked by myself to have somewhat of a realistic grain tank. It didn't before, surprisingly. The real one we looked up on tractor data has an 8,000 litre tank. I put it to 8.5, just to be different, I guess. 8,500 litres. I was going to bump it up a bit more, but I thought, nah, we won't. It was a hard decision. I've gone the wrong way. Have I? Can I go this way? Yeah, I can go this way. Oh, can this fit through this, though? That is the problemo. Is this just right? Oh my god, that has actually ridden up there. Really? Come on back off of there. Thank you. Now, why have I got it raining? I don't know. I fast forwarded time just to get me out of the morning mist. And it started raining. Well, it's not the UK unless it's raining, guys. So I stuck with it. If I was going to say one criticism about the map, and it's something I noticed yesterday, and I'm noticing it right now, these trails, they're too small. I think the ones that are out there that I believe Bullet Bill and possibly Oxygen David uses are better than this, personally. You can see the tractors, this is standard width. It's just riding on the outsides of the very track. Maybe for a quad bike or anything like that, or even the pickup truck, Land Rover. It'll be alright, but this, not so much. The hedges do have collisions. They aren't like the orchard collisions. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping they would be at times when I was setting up. So most of the equipment that you're going to see here, that tank, that's default starter equipment. All of that's default starter equipment. The tractors here are default starter equipment. Very shocked to see some of the tractors. He also starts you off with a big X. I have put a big X into this, but a different big X. I've put the big X cargo. It's got the cargo trailer in there. Because I started you with one, I don't feel bad putting that in here. If it didn't, then I would, because that thing's quite a piece of machinery. And I don't have a front weight, so it'd be interesting to see how this handles, actually. How do I get into said field now? And so I've kind of looked around the map. Not a whole lot, to be honest, so there's going to be some stuff where I don't know where it is. Right now I'm just trying to spin around to go the correct way. I think this tractor should have enough poke to pull. The fields are going to be wet, so I don't know if that has any effect. Seasons has changed such a lot in as far as the way the snow changes. So I'm wondering if the wet ground will make the tractors handle different. So the only fields I'm really going to worry about getting done straight away is field 40, 42, or we even have field 1, my goodness. We'll do field 1 because it's this side and close, 42 and possibly field 10 because it's a good size. Field 16 and 23 and all of those ones down that bottom corner, I'm not going to worry about right away. We'll see. This map, I think I'm going to do a few episodes on it here and there. But it's going to be a map that I do streams on as well. It's going to be one of these maps where I call it, I don't care what I'm doing. And this is quite a big field, as you guys can see. I may end up fast forwarding time soon just to get us into a bit of daylight. It looks like the rain's easing off, actually. So today, what happened for me today? So this is Thursday's video for this week, and I'm recording this on not Friday, Saturday. Think about it. So, what did we get up to so far today? Well, we had to go to London, Ontario. Of course, I'm in Canada for any of you that don't know. To pick up someone to bring back to where we're staying. So I'm not going to say that name, but the town in a jest. My girlfriend was just doing someone a huge favour. So we took a road trip there, an hour back. So we're not too far away from London, to be honest. On the way back, there was an amber alert that came across the radio of a tornado and major storm forming. We could see the storm forming. Jeez, it looked a pretty good one. So when we got back here, it rained, but nothing major, so we may get some of, well, weather we're seeing right now in game. Hopefully we don't. Well, I say hopefully we don't. Hopefully we do, to be honest. I would love to see a nice thunderstorm and to clear the air. It's about 30 Celsius outside right now. Luckily, air-conditioned house. Love them. Oh, I goofed that up, didn't I? And I believe this has multi-train angle. This map. Which is awesome. Honestly, what I'll probably do is get Courseplay on this field. We'll do a couple of rounds ourselves and then get Courseplay on it. That being said, this is all we need to be doing right now is plowing or cultivating or... I'll go around the fields and see what needs to be done. We've got 15,000 in the bank. I don't think this map has a placeable area. That's one thing I will say. I haven't gone around too much though, so I can't say that 100%. Maybe if Dave watches this, then he'll be able to let me know on that one. Dusty Dave, that is. It's in a lot of my streams. So I may end up streaming this map on tonight too, by the way. I may. It depends how much we need to get done. Of course, tomorrow will be county lines. We just finished seeding on that, so it's fast time, and I know it's fertilization, which may take a little while. I need to get that spreader mod in. And fertilization, so hopefully I can get that done tonight, or today. Because the Saturday, or Friday night, went to go record and so got on TeamSpeak, which was my first mistake. If I ever want to go record, I never need to get on. I should never go on TeamSpeak because I get sidetracked. And Rainbow Dave gave me a link to the Pottinger there that I had on the front at the beginning of the video for the Sothe snowblower, and we got that. Well, I got that dialed into what he was saying to change, and went to use it. He got off TeamSpeak for the night. It was kind of late then. And I had to do a lot more figuring out. I guess it didn't work as he was expecting neither. Right now he's watching the 24-hour Le Mans, which I was doing a second ago. I had it on my second screen, and I was actually going to leave it on while recording the video, but he just muted so I could glance across and watch it. I've done that many times when there's been motor racing on. So I will probably do that again in a minute if I can figure out how to mute the darn thing, because it was acting weird, the player. So he went off and I was editing that. I got it functioning. If any of you guys know this at this point in time, let me know, because once you make it so it will tip anywhere all the time without stopping, you can only go 1 mile an hour. No idea what that was about, but it will only go 1 mile an hour, which is a royal pain in the rear end. So I will do a few passes, but I want to set up GPS for this. Squeaky chair. Jeez. And away we go. So this is also the Fent from Thornton, just black. Change it up a bit. Actually looks really nice in black. So it's got 300 horsepower. It's tuned. Which I've said before. Doesn't surprise me. Now, of course, we're towards the back end of the week, but the first I can mention of it, because my American Truck Sim video went up live on last Saturday, and I called it B-Trains. Everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people, should I say, jumped to me, that's not B-Trains! Yeah, so I had to explain why I called it B-Trains. I know what B-Trains are. Today, we went to London. London, Ontario again, for any of you getting confused. I saw 3 or 4 B-Trains, proper B-Trains. So the one I put in was two 53-foot trailers with a dolly. I have seen them before around here. You don't see them too often, but you see them. Looking up at the classification, they are, I think, don't quote me on this now guys, if you're one of them that commented, I believe they are technically C-Trains, is what they call them. Different classifications for the different style of trailers and the way they hook up, but I believe that was a C-Train, if you wanted to get technical. But who knows what a C-Train is? Probably not many people unless you're in that type of world or you know or interested in it. Call it B-Train. Most people have heard of B-Trains from various different programs that are out there. And that's why I did it, because of the title. It's clickbaity, I guess, if you want to call it that. And did it work? Looks like it did, to be quite honest. And I was up late last night after screwing around on this map doing that video. I didn't record it, but I needed to render it, upload it, process it. Well, I didn't even wait for the processing, it was just a case of it's going up as it is. Because I know the American Truck Sim doesn't get as many views as, say, Farm Sim does or anything like that. And I'd love to diversify the channel a lot and play a lot of different games, but at the same time, if they're not going to get any views, this is my job. My income will get cut in half. So, yeah, it's kind of hard with that. It really, generally is. Looks like it's burning off again. I don't think there's any difference with the way the crops are. One thing I do want to say, and I've got a feeling the Seasons guys are going to be listening into this one, because I did mention in the Slack a little while back, we're having a... I saw my name get tagged, so I joined in on a conversation there. and they were saying, well, various different things about using seasons, and I got a question if any of you guys are watching it, that are from Seasons. Rainbow Dave mentioned about, and it could have been already answered in a previous video, so if it has, ignore this. Rainbow Dave mentioned to me, I think it was either Rainbow Dave or Simulate, that you guys were added in snow tires or something like that. If that's true, now, I'm probably going to ask you on the Slack, so sorry about that, but if I forget, which I probably will, snow tires, well, what's that all about? Is it just the Nokians, or is it a different classification, or is it not even a thing? No idea, just putting it out there asking, curious. What I will do actually is fix up line there. So how many headlands did we do? One? I think so. Well yeah, we'll get this set up in Courseplay. I'm surprised how nicely it's going actually. Very pleasantly surprised. It's up there, it may be interesting that we don't have any trees in the fields, so bonus. So I'm running this on 6-day seasons, mainly because I'm thinking of streaming this map as well. Thornton was always a map just for solid videos, and push come to shove I'd stream it if I was enjoying what I was doing on there, or I needed to progress a bit quicker and do mundane tasks, animals, so on and so forth. With this map I don't know if I'll do any animals. It becomes very much a samey thing. I really only enjoy doing one map with animals at a time, because they're a lot of work. They generally are a lot of work. For one person multiplayer and stuff like that would be awesome, but nah, I don't know. Never doing this. Oh, come on, turn. There we go. And I think, isn't it this weekend actually the mod contests stuff gets announced, or has possibly even been announced at this point? I'm not too sure. Right, so let's set up a Courseplay course. So this is field 40. Plenty of fields on this map, that's for sure. And once I fumble around to figure out what it is, using Courseplay so much, I should know this. There it is. I don't think that's the one actually. Field work. That one. That one. Oh, we already did it, didn't we? Wrong way. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised how I can get stuff, or I'm going in the right directions. And I'm even going in the right direction. Perfect. Wonderful. Now it's going to turn over that way a bit, I think. Yep. So we're going to have one pass as it's a little off, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. So why did I do that? Well, to see if there's anything else that needs to do. I need to have a drive around, to be quite honest, so we'll jump in the Landy. Of course, we do have the T-Dub. I can see people getting mad that I use it so much, but honestly, it's my favourite tractor right now. And of course, you're going to use what you're enjoying. So this is the dairy. Your main farm is based pretty much around the dairy, which is nice, actually. Makes me... It kind of doesn't make me want to do the animals, but at the same time, we'll see. I'll show you guys the other side of the yard. Reminds me quite a lot of Sandy Bay, with 2 yards like this. So this is your storage. I don't know if these are silage clamps or just storage. They may be indoor silage clamps, you know. And these are storage, because I think Dave was saying there's 3 more, or 2 more silage clamps. So I'm not sure what those are. Could well be. We will be doing some silage at some point. It's been a while since I've done any. Alright, let's go check out field 42 there. If I can go and get started planting on a field, I'll be happy. Happy, happy, happy. And I think I missed the turn to go down there. Actually, on the way to London, I freaked out a little. Out of the corner of my eye, on the other side of the highway, I saw a Land Rover 110. Or a Land Rover Defender 110. Now most of you guys will be going, oh, what's the big deal? You very, very rarely see those type of vehicles over here. And when you do, it's if you're a fan of them like I am, then yeah, it's kind of a big deal to me. They're just so expensive to buy over here. I don't know if I ever would purchase one, to be honest, because of the parts, getting them and all of that. Extremely expensive. Looks like, yeah, this is going to need plowing as well. We do have a regular plow that we can put on. Yep, harvested. Alrighty, so what we'll do is we'll jump on one of the other tractors, maybe the T-dub, and get the regular plow. I think I bought it, if not I will. It's the modded one, actually. So we'll go back and see if I've got that. If not, then I will have to purchase, which is no big deal. And I probably don't have it at the yard. I don't think. No, I do not. Alrighty then. Yeah, I don't know if I'll keep either of these. The Vulture probably will go, to be quite honest. Oh, and a side note, which I'm... Hey, switch the lights off. Which I'm really happy about. I've adjusted the horsepower of the Massies, these ones, so they are more of a correct value. It's a little higher than it should be, I'll be completely honest. In real life, I think these are supposed to be 46 horsepower. The torque scale I ended up putting into it ended up being 56 horsepower. So nothing crazy. I'm not going stupid horsepower, I just wanted it more realistic so it was actually usable than it being 16 horsepower. Yes, 16. You guys know I was complaining about that. I have no doubt in my mind all of this stuff will get fixed after the competition, but it's no use to me now, right now, if it's not working. So that is a tractor which we could bring down with a 2-furrow and say one of the tiny fields, like field 11 for example. We'll put it on down there maybe, load it up and trailer it down on a live stream. Maybe tonight if I remember. So we'll set our cruising. Why do I have all the diff locks on? Probably because we're not screwing around in snow. Did I don't know. And we will take the drive to the shop. Very slow one in the T-dub. And a slow one on the way back. And I'm probably going to have a sneaky pause as well. There is no shortcuts I can take. I was just thinking, is there a shortcut that I can take? But I don't think there is. Field 34, if I cut across that I may be able to. Just going around the roundabout and all of that. So, ugh, do I have to? But I'm probably... We'll have a drive down, take a quick pause once we get there. I need to go grab a drink of water, I'm thirsty. It's the downside with being in an air-conditioned house, and of course we were in the air-conditioned truck on the way to London earlier, that your mouth gets dry and everything, so... All good fun, and that's me looking out the window to make sure that they're not back, because, hey, welcome to Dusty Coves, please drive carefully. As they've gone out grocery shopping, and I always help them bring the stuffing, or the stuff in. I like these models of the houses. Where I don't know where they come from. I want to say they could be Oxygen Davids. I think they could be, actually. I don't know. Let me know. I need to ask Dusty. Of course, famous roundabout with the statue of the plow. I think I quite like that. I wonder what it says on the front. Let's have a look, see. Welcome to Dusty Cove. Founded in 2017 by Dusty Dave. It's a shame that it's got the writing underneath it. That's a cool statue though. That is really neat. I like that. There we go. So must wait for the turbo to spool. It spools, and power, then speed limiter. I wonder if these tractors, because these were quite powerful for the time, I wonder what the limiting factor was on their speed. Probably the gear ratios. Must have been. Just the gear ratios, I would have thought. Now this stuff you will recognise from Auction David. This is Thornton. I'm not too sure about that side. What does the pub say? Again, I've not been in here. The Cock Inn. Alrighty then. Or the Crock Inn. Nope. Heard it. That name's gonna be stumped. I hope I said that right. If not, some of you are gonna laugh. Okay, what are we here for? We are here for a plows that I need. Is in traffic. Where did you go? Really? Well, I guess we're about to find out where the reset point is. We have got this plow. We'll be getting rid of that. Probably actually just sell that right away. Okay, that's something to bear in mind with putting machines up. Good to know. Don't know where the reset point is, but hopefully it's not down here. Not a big fan of maps that are. Alright, I'm going to take a quick pause and grab a drink, and we'll get the plow. Once I find the pause button, here it is. Alrighty, we're back after a lengthy pause there. You guys saw what happened earlier. I just simply reset it because how long I was. Well, it turned into me just grabbing a drink. I don't think I said at the beginning, but they are defrosting the bar fridge. Our bar fridge has just soft drinks, water, stuff like that. No alcohol, even though we call it bar fridge. Alcohol stays in the main fridge. And there is water everywhere. Huge chunk of ice is already broken off. And there was one piece left. It was on like a sliding tray. It just needed to melt down a little more before you could get it out. So I pulled the tray and it started to come out, so I thought, okay, I'll sort that out then. Took that out and more water went everywhere. So cleaned that up and then took all the drinks out the fridge and everything because there's still stuff in there. Jess's mum screwed up, she done goofed and filled the fridge yesterday. So, where am I going this way? Once you hit the defrost button. Typical, so. Clean that all up, that's all good to go now, fridge is working overtime. But it's ready to rock and roll. So I guess we need to set this to lower plow, turn plow. Hang on. No, transport position, it was going into it. This is kind of cool, how the way it does it. It does go a little too low though. That would really screw it up, but yeah, it works. So what we'll do is we'll head down to the field 42. Field 40, that field's got to be almost done now, to be honest. We were gone for a while. Wrong way again. Not seeing much traffic. Kind of surprising, actually. I would have thought we'd have had quite a bit. Check my phone. And nothing to report there. Alright, I had to take another pause there to do something. Right, we'll unfold this now. I have not used this plough yet. Looking at the style of the field. Actually, with the style of the field, you probably do want to start down on this side. It's a straighter side. So we'll turn it over there, turn off our beacons. So it is a plough day, I guess. There we go. The reality of things, this is probably just a regular plough, doesn't do anything special. It's got customizable features, which is neat. But it is just a plough at the end of the day. Stuff rotates, stuff spins, it goes in the ground, it changes the ground texture to a different picture for a ploughed field look. I wondered what was moving over there. It's sort of a tractor. It's almost done. So once that's done, we'll do a quick swap, get the T-dub on Courseplay, and the the Fent on probably over at field 10, and that's quite the drive. So we want the faster tractor for that. As much as I love the T-dubs, they are a slow tractor, so we want to keep them local to the farm and not much travelling. You guys will probably agree on that one. After these guys get back from grocery shopping, I'm not too sure what the plan is for the day. May end up going over to Jess's uncle's pool for another swim like we did yesterday. So if I don't end up finishing the video when they arrive, I will probably need to cut it short, but we're not going to finish everything that I wanted to do, aka move that thing over tonight. We can always do that in the live stream. I'm pretty sure I want to stream this map later, so it'll probably be a double bout of the map, but that's alright. Yeah, still not back. Bonus. So far it's a nice plough. Again, a plough's a plough. As long as it changes the texture, the game recognizes it's a plough. It's a good plough. So I will say, I'll bring up the fact of why I paused. In the Slack, because I guess we can openly talk about it now, seasons are publicly available. It's what seasons we're using to talk to people and whatnot for promotions and how I was communicating with them. It was publicly available, that one. Dagwin joined it recently, and the conversation I got brought into earlier, just before starting this video, ended up turning in them talking about Dagwin, I think. And I saw the stuff these other people were saying, not Realist Modern, the people that make the seasons, but other people were like, yeah, they don't know, he's here. He popped into the chat, and I was bringing up the topic that his subscriber base doesn't give the guy a break. I mean, he's no different to me, Simulate, Rainbow Dave, Virtual Farmer, Eustace Farmer, Chris the Irish Gamer, anyone. He's just a guy that was doing the right thing at the right time. Now, because he really... I don't know if he purposely aimed, but his channel is mainly full of... It's a broad spectrum of people, but from what someone looking in and what I see personally, and this is my personal opinion, he's got a younger audience than me. Now, I don't hold back what I say. If someone ticks me off, I'll turn around and say it. My language will be clean, but I'll say it. And I think that's the key differences between our channels, is I speak my mind, Dagwin doesn't on his channel. And some people in the Slack was sort of saying how the realism stuff, and as I said in that, is the guy who I almost guarantee you was bored to tears doing realistic gameplay. Realism is key. He got bored of it, and there's only so much you can do in the game without it being rinse and repeat every damn video. Because what else can you do in Farm Sim to make it interesting? Really, you've got the construction stuff that people bring in. I'm completely against that. This construction simulator. You can change it up, do a bit of forestry, or do a whole different style of farming than you've ever done before. For me, I go to the American maps, and I do that style of farming. But I said in the comment that his subscribers don't give him a break. He tries and changes it up because he's bored to tears, and they rip him a new one. And I say, along the same lines, something else. He replies to me and a couple of other guys in there. To me, he goes, "You know me too well, Landy Kid." Matter of fact is, you get that question, do you know Dagwin? And this is why he's in the blacklist. Now, any of you that are now writing comments about it, he's in the blacklist for a reason. And that is because a lot of people kept on asking that. As much as I have nothing against Dagwin, I have an irritation with people constantly going on about the guy. Just like anyone else in my stream, if you were bringing up another YouTuber all the darn time, they'd end up getting put in the blacklist, and it happened. And it's unfortunate. Now, Simulate, myself, Rainbow Dave, if we saw that happening, we would say, hey guys, cut it out in a video or whatever. I would personally make just a video saying, guys, stop that. It's annoying for me seeing it in other people's channels. Now, I've got no doubt that Dagwin hangs around in people's live streams, but he doesn't say anything. One, his name's in the blacklist, unfortunately, but two, he gets bombarded. Poor guy. And it was just kind of funny watching them backpedal a little bit. And him riding that, it was kind of made me chuckle a little bit, I guess. And hope you guys enjoy that story there. But do I know Dagwin? Of course I know of Dagwin. Who doesn't know Dagwin? He become the largest farm sim channel on YouTube within a matter of a year. So hats off to the guy. Do I wish it was me? Not one bit. Not one bit would I want to have my channel explode like that. It'd be cool, but nah, not for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be, I guess, live streaming this tonight. I don't know what we'll be getting up to. Hopefully seed in the ground and getting the other fields going. We may end up transporting the Massey over and doing a bit of old school plowing, so I'll leave this in the field so I know where I am at. So until next time, guys, hope you've enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Later.